Did you guys see the DMCA stuff that happened on Twitch this week? It's not what this video is about, but it's getting weird. Huge thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Owned.tv. Owned is your one-stop shop for all your stream aesthetic needs, whether it be overlays or alerts or panels or whatever. All of Owned's overlays that you're seeing here on the screen are modular, so if you and all your friends pick up the same one, say for example, the new Alpha Gaming overlay that they released in conjunction with this channel, none of you guys are gonna have the exact same overlay because you can pick and choose the different pieces that you want. So if you'd like to make the smart move like many from this community have already done, feel free to use the link in the description below. Pick up your own overlay pack today. By the way, that link helps support the channel, so thank you. And if you'd like 40% of checkoff, feel free to use code ALPHA at checkout. Also, this video is surrounding a very large topic, and I had to really condense it down to, I assume, what this ends up being, about a 10-minute video. So if you feel like there's something I missed or there's some further clarification you'd like, I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. Link to my Twitch stream in the description below. Feel free to jump in. Ask some questions. I spend a lot of time in just chatting. I'll see you there. Affiliates, we gotta talk. You're an affiliate now. Let's get that check mark on your channel. Eventually, we've got some goals. Let's talk about what those goals are. Look, when you're trying to go from step 1 of being an affiliate to step 2 of being a partner, there are 3 main things that you're trying to accomplish. And no, I'm not talking about those 3 things in Path to Partner, the numbers-driven accomplishments. Those are important, by the way, but we're talking about how to actually get the 75 viewers, etc. Number 1, you should be trying to find your niche of discoverable content that brings in new viewers 24 hours a day. Number 2, build a cohesive brand and a community that people look forward to being in. And number 3, along the way, spend as little money as possible. And for a good reason, by the way. Before we jump into the 5 things that you should do in order to accomplish these things, why should you spend as little money as possible? Why is someone who makes reviews on products telling you not to spend money? I think it's important that you recognize 2 contradicting facts here. 1, that this career path is possible for you, and it will be more likely to happen if you invest your money in the right things that actually help you grow, just like any other job. And 2, it's important you recognize that the success rate of this job, streaming on Twitch, content creation, is very small. And frankly, even though it's possible, it is unlikely, statistically, that this will turn into a career. And if you go and blow unnecessary amounts of cash on things that don't ultimately help your channel grow, well, you may as well have just thrown that money in the fire. The sooner you can accept both of these things, the sooner you can start moving forward. So let's move forward. Here are 5 things that I think streamers should do as soon as they hit affiliate. Number 1, let's talk about emotes and sub badges, things you should do, things you shouldn't do. How many emotes can affiliates get now? When I got affiliate, you could get 1 tier 1 emote, 1 tier 2, and 1 tier 3. I need to look this up, one sec. Up to 5 tier 1 emotes, a tier 2 and a tier 3. Emotes, artwork, any kind of stuff like this is going to be expensive. It's probably going to cost you between $20 and $30 per emote. It's tempting to fill out all of your spaces. You just got them, you want to use them, but that's going to cost you up to $200 if you fill all 7. Emotes are fun, but very rarely does someone sub because they want to use an emote, unless it's one of those classic like Greek God X emotes or something. Emotes are the things that make people feel like they are in a community, and you want people to use them often. So what I would recommend you do with emotes is make 2 or 3 tier 1 emotes and make them very applicable. Meaning go and Google search the most used Twitch emotes, whatever the reactions are, and kind of make your own rendition of them because you know viewers use that reaction often. If you play scary games, maybe have a tense emote when people know that there's going to be something scary behind the door. If you have shooters, have like a shocked emote, so when you hit an amazing shot, people can respond to it. Try to come up with a couple emotes that you know your community is going to overuse. It builds community. It makes people feel like they're a part of something together. Same thing with sub badges, by the way. Only get the first couple that you need. Don't try to fill out every single one because that's expensive, and maybe by the time your first subscriber is hitting 1.5 years, you're already a partner anyway, and you've gotten a handful of payouts, and those could have easily paid for it while you're scrapping together $150 right now. Pay for the first 6 months, make it something fun that people can attach to and they're proud to have next to their name. And just to make sure this got through to you, for brand new streamers, very few people subscribe for the badge and the emote. They subscribe because they enjoy being there and they want to support you. And this is just kind of a fun little perk or badge that they get that makes people feel like they're a part of something. Which brings us to number 2, because that first one only affects your subs. Let's talk about everybody who happens into your stream. Start building the infancy of your brand. I'm talking about your color scheme, your banner artwork, a logo that you use somewhere, whether or not you use it in your profile picture or just in your banner or in your panels, or in your overlay or whatever. Have a unique brand that people can recognize the more familiar they get with you. As you grow, these things are going to be important to your audience. They're probably going to be on your merch, and that's how you're going to make a lot of revenue. If you can create some iconic design that people know is yours and they're proud to rep it as your reputation grows in the industry. But when it comes to your design, I want to encourage you early on not to spend too much money on this, not to stress over it a ton. I can guarantee you, your logo and your design a year from now will not look the way it does today. So if this is gonna last you less than a year and you're most likely going to tweak it over and over again, stop worrying about what it looks like right now. Get some creative ideas out there. Try to be different. Try to stand out. Try not to do that thing that every single gamer does with like the 2 or 3 tone logo and the big bold font and the gradient over it, you know, the one that every single Twitch Fiverr artist makes for you. Do something clean, do something unique, do something fun. Number 3, start listening to stream beats for your background stream music. I'm just kidding. That's not actually number 3, but you should do that, by the way. It's copyright free music for streamers and YouTubers or podcasters or any content creators. Totally free, totally safe. Link to those in the description below. But the real number 3, and you probably knew this was coming, start a YouTube channel. And let me expand on that, because maybe YouTube actually isn't the platform for you, but you should decide on what long form content platform you want to create on. So that can be YouTube or Facebook being kind of the 2 main ones there, and what short form platform you want to focus on for more often smaller pieces. It is a solid strategy to be on every single social media platform. Everybody thinks that's what you should do because, of course, that's objectively true. However, whether or not it's a good strategy doesn't matter if you're new to social media and it's overwhelming and the burden and the stress of being on all those platforms weighs you down and you end up posting nothing, because that happens a lot. I recommend you pick one long form and one short form. You post the long form once a week, you post the short form 3 to 4 times a week. And then with the rest of the time that you have between those, you stream. Because the fact of the matter is, if you're not making content on platforms outside of Twitch, you will not grow. I've said that in so many videos. I had someone subtweet at me today saying I use recycled content, but 99% of you guys haven't figured that out yet. So I'm gonna say it again. Twitch is not discoverable even when you're live. It's not discoverable. You need to have yourself on platforms where your content exists 24/7. I recommend you pick the 2 platforms that you enjoy being on the most, because that's the place where you're most likely going to connect with the content and understand what works the best. For me, my long form content is YouTube, which you probably figured out, and my short form content is Twitter. I spend a lot of time on Twitter. I read a ton of Twitter. I see the tweets that get 10,000 likes. I see the tweets that get 10 likes. And it's fun to figure out the differences between the 2. For me, that's a puzzle that's fun solving. Therefore, it's fun for me to post on Twitter. Cool. Maybe that's the last time I say that in a YouTube video. Probably not. Number 4. Number 4 is set a schedule. Now that you've got the foundation laid, right? You've got a solid brand for your community with your emotes and your design and your badges. You've got discoverable content that's bringing in new people all day, every day. Give them an expectation so they know this person goes live at this time, even if it's just 2 days a week. I only stream 3 days a week. I'm a full-time content creator and I stream 3 days a week, but I show up at the same time on the same day, and people are already there before it starts because they know I'm gonna be there on time. Set a schedule, whether it's 1 day or 3 days or 5 days if you are already doing this full time, and stick to it. Be on time. But number 5, all right? This one is the one that I notice people struggle with the most. And that's fair because it is often the hardest thing to do. Be willing to make micro adjustments along the way, the entire process, sometimes every day. Make your content, put your all into it, and then take a step back and say, what worked about this one, what didn't work about this one. When I watch my own video or my own TikTok or look at my own Instagram post, what do I like about it? What don't I like about it? Be willing to be your biggest critic, but be constructive about it and ask yourself how you can make the next post better than your previous one. I get too many messages from streamers saying, hey, I did what you said, it didn't work. And then I go and I look at their content and they've posted the exact same kind of video that I know doesn't work, and they've done it 20 times. They've never tried changing anything. I've seen too many large streamers that had massive followings when I first started streaming and now are struggling to get viewers. Even myself, when I notice my content isn't growing anymore, when I'm not hitting new heights, when I'm not moving forward, I ask myself, what can be improved on? What can I do better? What needs to be changed? And sometimes it's not the right change. You make a mistake. So you go back and you make another change. Don't expect the first thing you try to work. It most likely will not. If you're gonna take anything away from this whole thing, your first idea probably won't work. Mine didn't. Neither did my second or third or fourth or fifth. It takes time. Be patient with yourself. But the internet is a cool place. I think I've said it in a video before that, like, if you want to play pro basketball, you have to be tall, you have to be in shape. Every basketball player literally has to have the exact same attributes. There are 4 or 5 things that you need to have these things. And if you don't, you will never be a pro basketball player. You can do anything on the internet. Name a weird idea, someone's doing it on YouTube and has 1 million subscribers. So build your foundation on Twitch, take some ideas, run with them, and gather an audience that likes you for you. And you know what? If you feel like there's something I missed in this video, one more reminder, I do stream every Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. Feel free to pop in my stream, come hang out. I'll see you there. I hope this helped. And as always, happy streaming.
Oh. Oh.